Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry both finish in the top 10. We'll also talk about where the other Ravens finish and just some overall thoughts. We got an insane Lamar Jackson stat to go over. We hear from Kyle Hamilton, who discusses redefining the safety position with his size and versatility. We got some number changes to go over and an Isaiah Likely update. All that and more in today's episode of the Flock Rundown.
Ravens Flock. Flock Rundown is the place to be.
Motionless brainwaves attempt to swim their way to sense, can't tame the untamed.
What's up, Ravens fans? My name is Ryan, and welcome back to another episode of the Flock Rundown. So the NFL Top 100 is set, and the Ravens officially have 4 guys in the NFL Top 100. Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson are both in the top 10. Lamar Jackson comes in at 2, and Derrick Henry comes in at 7. I'm not mad about this. I do think Lamar Jackson is the best football player on the planet, so I would put him number 1, but I'm not mad about another position getting number 1. You know, Saquon Barkley had 2,000 yards last season, and he's a running back. He plays a completely different position. If there was another quarterback ahead of Lamar Jackson, if Josh Allen would have been ranked ahead of Lamar Jackson, then I definitely would have had some more to say about it. But Lamar Jackson is the top-ranked quarterback. He's the second top-ranked player in the entire NFL. I'm not mad about it, man. Well-deserved. I think he should be first, but I'm not going to argue Barkley or Lamar. You know, the 2 different positions. Barkley had an all-time year last year as well. So congrats to Barkley. Congrats to everybody on this list. Derrick Henry comes in at number 7. Henry was right behind Saquon in numbers last year. I know Saquon got all the shine and the Eagles won the Super Bowl and he got a 2,000 yards officially. So it definitely is a better season, but Henry is a little overshadowed because, I mean, he had 1,900 yards, 16 touchdowns. He's right there with Saquon, but top 10 in the NFL, top 100 is still an incredible honor, man. I think Derrick Henry's well-deserved there at 7. And before we move on to the other Ravens in this list, I came across this Lamar Jackson stat. I'm sure some of you guys may have seen it, but this is an insane streak that I was not aware of. And that is that Lamar Jackson has gone 52 straight starts without losing by more than 7 points, including the playoffs. It's the longest quarterback streak since at least 1950. 52 straight starts without losing by more than 7. That tells you that when Lamar's on the field, the Ravens are always in the game, no matter what. Obviously, he has an incredible record as well and has won a lot of those games, but every game that he's lost has not been more than 7 for 52 straight games. And I've said this before, but how insane is it that Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry are on the football field together on the same team? I just can't get over it. I still can't get over it. I enjoyed it all last season. I can't wait to see it again this year. We just went over the top 100 list, and both of these guys are in the top 10. Lamar Jackson, 2-time MVP, should be 3-time MVP, hasn't lost a game by more than 7 in 52 straight starts. Derrick Henry's one of the greatest all-time running backs in NFL history. Lamar Jackson's one of the greatest quarterbacks and football players in NFL history, and they're out there on the field together in Ravens uniforms, man. It is unbelievable, the pairing. The addition, the signing of Derrick Henry last year moved mountains, man. I really think that this is just special times that we're in. I can't wait to see him get out there on Sunday night. Week 1 is finally here. Football is back, baby. And this year, I've teamed up with DraftKings Sportsbook to bring you an incredible offer. New customers bet $5 to get $300 instantly in bonus bets and $200 off of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. You heard that right. Bet just $5 and you get $300 instantly in bonus bets and $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Just make sure you sign up using my promo code TFR. The Ravens also had 2 more guys in the NFL Top 100. They had Roquan Smith come in at 40 and Kyle Hamilton at 51, which I think is criminally underrated. He's going to launch way up that list. I don't know why Kyle Hamilton's at 51. It makes 0 sense. I guess it was because some of the safety struggles last year, and then maybe him moving to free safety, he just wasn't able to move around and make as many crazy impact plays as he usually does. I don't know, but he does not deserve to be 51. Kyle Hamilton was also on the lounge this morning, and talked about redefining the safety position and how his size and versatility has been unlocked by Mike Macdonald and John Harbaugh with the Ravens. And he may have not been this dominant somewhere else in a different system, but he credits the Ravens to allowing him to play to his strengths and Mike Macdonald to getting creative with him.
You know, the game's kind of shifted to tight ends or pass catchers now, and you kind of need somebody to combat that. So if you have a taller safety or a taller nickel that you can play inside, then it'll help you. They can blitz, they can do all this other stuff. And I'm sure there's been people before to do that, but it's cool to obviously be looked up to in that sense, and have people kind of emulate their game after bits of mine. And I did the same thing with a bunch of people, so it's just natural way that things go. But I don't know if I want to be the one to say I'm revolutionizing it, but I think Mike Macdonald did a great job of kind of finding a place for me to fit in my rookie and my second year, and getting creative with that and allowing me to kind of grow into my role as a safety or as a nickel, and bringing me along, being hard on me. And I think Zio's done a great job as well, just expanding on that, and all the coaches around him, and just letting me be myself. I think especially in the sport, there's people who are OCs or DCs that just think my system is the best system ever and you're going to conform to this. And, you know, they're not ultimately the people drafting. So, like, if your GM likes somebody, then you're going to have to figure out a way for him to get on the field. So I think the Ravens have done a great job of that, just philosophically from the top. Harv's is kind of a beacon of that, just put guys where they'll excel. You know, it's not about X's and O's, it's about Jimmy and Joe's. So if you can get people in the right spots and make plays, then let them do that. And everything doesn't have to conform to a playbook. So that's something every coach here has preached, and, you know, they've put that out on the field. Like, Marlon's moved around a ton, and last year, like, B. Steve would go play dime and Trey White would play corner. And it's just like, it makes us super deep. Just talking secondary, but like guys up front too will go play on the edge, and we'll have different packages, and it just gives the offense different looks.
In some other news, we got a little bit of an Isaiah Likely update. It started yesterday with Isaiah Likely posting this clock, like he's waiting, you know, it's coming soon. And then this morning, Ian Rappaport said that he's recovering nicely from a broken bone in his foot. He is not expected to play in the team's opener against the Bills. Likely underwent surgery in late July and is healing as expected. He should be ready early in the season. I don't think many of us thought Isaiah Likely was going to be ready for week 1, so this is no surprise at all, but nice to see Isaiah Likely putting the clock there. He knows it's coming soon. I knew that once the Ravens didn't put him on IR, that he was definitely coming back in the next few weeks. I mean, that's the most telling thing, I think, out of all of this. But also Ian Rappaport reporting that everything's going good and that they expect him back very soon, but he's just not going to be back this week. So prayers up for Isaiah Likely for a speedy recovery. Hopefully he's back 100% and has a long, healthy season, and the Ravens are going to use him, man. Isaiah Likely is a huge piece of this offense. We just need him out there healthy. I didn't want to rush him back. I'm guessing that they're not rushing him back. I'm sure that he's healing just fine, and this is his expected timetable. You know, the Browns week 2, maybe the Lions week 3 are the target weeks, I think, for Isaiah Likely's return. Can't wait. We had a few number changes on the defensive line. CJ Okoye is 91, and Brent Urban has switched back to 97 from 58. And also, ex-Raven guard Darian Dalcourt has officially signed with the Commanders practice squad. I haven't seen anywhere if the Ravens were trying to keep Dalcourt. I know they were trying to keep their rookie Dellinger, but he ended up signing with the Cleveland Browns practice squad. Not sure if the Ravens really wanted to keep Dalcourt or not. They obviously end up not keeping Dalcourt, and he goes to the Commanders. I would assume that they wanted Dellinger a little bit more just because he signed pretty quick with the Browns. If they really wanted Dalcourt, they probably could have got him because there was a gap there between when the Ravens filled out their practice squad and then yesterday when Dalcourt signed with the Commanders. There's a nice week gap there. So there was plenty of time for Dalcourt to sign elsewhere. So I'm guessing the Ravens just moved on. They went with some different offensive linemen, and Dalcourt is now on the Commanders. That's it for today's video. Just wanted to go over some general updates, talk about some different things going on. We got practice again today. The guys will be back. Very curious to see if Jair Alexander and Pat Ricard are back at practice. The injury report also comes out today. Now, it's the first injury report, so not a huge deal, but I'll be back on here later this evening to talk about what happened at practice and what the injury report's looking like. So can't wait for that. Appreciate you guys, as always, for tuning in to another episode of the Flock Rundown. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll let the greatest linebacker in the history of the game take us out.
Ravens Flock. The Flock Rundown is the place to be. My man Ryan has been a lifelong Ravens fan since he was born. So I'm telling you now, it's about to go down. The podcast, the Flock Rundown. Ravens, baby. Nothing gets better than waking up and wondering how high we can fly.